What is up, you guys? Nomicon here, and we really need to talk about the situation between Coyote versus Acme. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna ramble and I'm gonna go unscripted because, oh my god, this I can't believe this situation is getting worse and worse as the day goes by. So, all right. So, in case, all right. So, for in case you guys didn't know, Coyote versus Acme is an upcoming Looney Tunes film. It is a live action animation hybrid movie, and from what we have heard, this movie is from the test screenings are very positive. Like, it is very positive, and like Warner Brothers decided to shelve it. Like, I don't understand why. Like, it makes no sense. Like, if the test screenings were positive, surely you would release it to the public. But Warner Brothers didn't see it that way. So, and we were supposed to get it this year, and well, yeah, although we didn't get like a potential release date, but the thing is, the movie's finished. Like, the movie is complete, and Warner Brothers decided to shelve it. They don't want it to release it because why? They wanted to they wanted to release it as a tax write-off. They want they want this movie as a tax. They want to shelve this film as a tax write-off. A Looney Tunes film is getting written off for taxes. A Looney Tunes film made by Warner Brothers is getting written off. All because Warner Brothers is in serious debt. I don't understand this. I what? I seriously do not understand this decision. Like, this decision boggles my mind. How how does a studio this big screw over their biggest IP? This is like if this is like if Disney is this is like take pretend this is pretend Disney is in a similar situation Warner Brothers is in, and they're apparently trying to make a Mickey Mouse film, and they decided to shelve that Mickey Mouse film. We're, despite the fact that he despite the fact that is their that Disney despite the fact that Mickey is Disney's most popular intellectual property. That's what Warner Brothers is doing with the Looney Tunes. All the history, all the legacy is being dropped down the drain. All because of one man, David fucking Zaslav. Ever since this guy became CEO, Warner Brothers, the company became an absolute disaster. They were already in debt before. David Zaslav entering just made it even worse. Like, oh my god, the main reason the big successful movies WB had when he was around was Godzilla vs Kong and Barbie, as far as I know. Like, but most of the big releases were flops. Like, there and Doom Part One as well. I think that's a Warner Brothers film as well. But yeah, the rest of them absolutely failed at the box office. And one film that failed, especially, was The Flash, the film that Zaslav was really banking on to be a huge summer hit. And despite the fact that there was so much controversy behind that film. David Sauce, and the fact that there were reports stating that a lot of the executives and shareholders want this film to be canceled, and David Zaslav was the only person to to stand to stood his ground to back the Flash to be a huge summer hit, and it bit him in the ass. It fucking bit him in the ass, and I'm glad for that. I'm glad he didn't get the satisfaction because not because because the Flash was a pretty bad movie. If I'm being honest with you, take the Flash is my favorite superhero from the DC universe. So the fact that I'm saying this does say a lot. So then the fact that and Barbie was a surprisingly successful hit. Yeah, yeah. No one thought. I don't think anyone. I don't think people predicted that Barbie would be a hit, but like not. No one predicted that Barbie would hit $1 billion. No one had that in mind. So I still think I think Barbie is like the highest grossing movie of 2023, which is insane in my eyes. So so ever since so let me so ever since he became CEO, his treatment towards animation has been the absolute worst. I have never seen a CEO destroy the animation industry this quickly. I think he was responsible for Final Space being written off for taxes, and and there was also the fact that there were various animated shows on HBO Max. There were that they were planning to take off various animated shows on HBO Max. Some of the Cartoon Network shows. There was I remember there were plans that they were planning to take off the old Looney Tunes shorts, the old Tom and Jerry shorts, and some of the Scooby Doo shows. Like, do you understand how big of a how little that makes sense? Like, I don't understand this move. Like especially Looney Tunes. How would you take how? Why do you want to take off your biggest intellectual property on your streaming service? That makes zero sense to me. I don't understand this move. And Warner Brothers is losing so much money. And who knows if they'll get all this money back? I doubt they will because there were reports that David Zaslav wants Warner Brothers to be acquired by by a much bigger company such as Apple or Amazon. I really I hope that never happens because that would be catastrophic for for the economy, and it will be against, and hopefully the government would intervene from this. And as for the Coyote versus Acme situation, dude, the situation got so bad to the point where various filmmakers wanted nothing to do with Warner Brothers, which is good because like if you screw over your biggest intellectual property, like who the why would various filmmakers trust you on an on on an original on their original work? Like they're gonna go somewhere else. They're gonna go to Universal. They're gonna go to Paramount. They're gonna go to Disney because if they're gonna treat Looney Tune, if you're treating Looney Tunes like this, how how would they expect you to treat how would they expect you to treat something a DC film or a Dune film or a Con film? Like this will this doesn't make sense to me. there have been reports that now the government might be involved, which I really hope they try and stop Coyote versus Acme from being written off for tax purposes because I this was a highly anticipated movie for me, and the fact that this is apparent this is from what we've heard this is the best, and considering that from what we heard this is the best live action animation film hybrid since Who Framed Roger Rabbit, really excited me. I was so excited for this film. This would have been like my most anticipated film of the year if it had gone through, but that's not happening anymore. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like after thinking about this through, like after Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, I'm just gonna stop watch. I'm just gonna stop watching Warner Brothers films theatrically. Like this, I'm I I I stopped subscribing to. I used to be a subscriber to HBO Max, but their treatment towards animation just made me stop. So giving HBO Max money, but this situation in particular, I'm like, for me, I I don't want to support Warner Brothers theatrically anymore. Like after Godzilla, after the New Empire, I'm just gonna stop watching their movies theatrically. Like, but I know that there are highly anticipated projects coming underway, such as the Batman Part Two, Superman Legacy, the start of the DC reboot universe, and Doom Part Two. But I can't. I just can't. I, I I can't sit alone and see my childhood being treated like this. Like Looney Tunes not only made my sense of humor, they made me who I am as a person. These characters just made me who I am as a person. Like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Sylvester, the Taz, Tweety, Yosemite Sam, Foghorn Leghorn. These guys shaped me who I am as a person. Like these guys are my childhood. The these guys are the reason why I follow Warner Brothers. They the Looney Tunes are Warner Brothers to me, and this treatment the Warner Brothers is doing towards these characters, their their treatment towards them, I won't stand for this. I legit will not stand for this. And this is my response to this is my response. All right, that's all I have to say. This is Omicron. I'll see you guys next time.